Hello everyone. Today we will discuss in detail the topic determiners. As we all know, the determiner is a word that introduces a noun and it always comes before a noun and not after, and it also comes before any other adjective used to describe the noun. So these are the specifications and the usage of determiners in grammar. We will study it in detail today. Determiners are the words that precede noun and they tell us how much, how many. So today we will study in detail all the determiners. As far as terminologies are concerned, determiners determines, or even we can say determiners, articles and quantifiers, demonstratives, possessives, few, a few, the few, little, a little, the little, many, much, more, some, any, each and every, either, neither, less, and fewer. These are all determiners. Words that precede noun and tell us how much and how many, uh, or in what condition is the noun, whether it is countable, uncountable, or if we are if it is denoting quantity, so even the quantifiers are also used. So definition and kinds of determiners. A determiner is used to modify a noun, so it indicates reference to something specific or something of a particular type. So what type of thing, what type of noun is, it specifies it in detail. Types of determiners are articles, demonstratives, possessive adjectives, quantifiers, numbers, ordinals. So in articles, you can see the, an, a. These are the three articles. After that, demonstratives. So you can see in these demonstratives, this, that, these, those. These are the four words that I used. And after that, possessive adjectives, my, your, his, her, its, our, your, their. And in quantifiers, they tell us about the quantity, some, any, few, little, much, more, any, every, and each. And if we talk about numbers, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 100, like this. And if we talk about ordinals, then first, second, third, last, next, these are all known as ordinals. So articles, the definite and indefinite articles are determiners. Definite article is the and indefinite article a or n. A is used generally before a consonant sound and n is used before a vowel sound. For example, we can see, close the door please. I have got a friend in Canada. So you can see a friend, that means if we can count, and if it is one in number, then we will use a, and if there is a consonant sound, then we will use n. Uh, a, and if there is vowel sound, then we will use n. Demonstratives, determiners modify a noun. We use this, that, these, those before the noun we are talking about. If we want to demonstrate any noun, that this is the noun. So noun we are talking about this, that, these, and those plus noun. For example, you can see I like this film. So this modifies the noun. Film, it tells the film is close to the speaker. That's why the speaker has used the word this. If it is far, if he would have chosen that, and it is singular in number, so this. Otherwise, if there is plural, then they may have used these and those. So you can use demonstratives in two ways. You can use them to modify a noun or just to replace noun. If it modifies a noun, it is called a demonstrative determiner. If it replaces a noun, it calls demonstrative pronoun. So this is the difference you can see. So if it modifies, then it is called demonstrative determiner. And if it replaces a noun, then it is called a demonstrative pronoun. Then there is possessive. In this, we can see possessive adjective such as my, your, his, her, its, are, your, their modifies the noun, and you can see the order to show the possession. So possessive determiners are different from possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns are mine, her, hers, his, yours, ours, theirs, etc. So possessive pronouns can stand alone and are not followed by the nouns. Possessive determiners, on the other hand, are followed by nouns. So first let's see the example so that it can be clear to you all. This is my house. In my is a possessive determiner. It is followed by the noun house. So if we are using determiner, then it will be followed by a noun which it modifies. So is that car yours? So yours is a possessive pronoun and it is not followed by a noun. So this is the difference that you can observe. After that, there is a quantifier, and you can see quantifiers are followed by nouns which they modify. For example, you can see that some, any, few, little, more, much, many, each, every, both, all, enough, half, little, whole, less, etc. So quantifiers are commonly used before either countable or uncountable nouns. Just see the example. He knows more people than his wife. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing. You can see here a little and more are quantifiers. They are telling us the quantity of a particular thing. If we talk about number, then numbers are cardinal. Once if we say 1, 2, 3, 20, 100, and ordinal if we say it like first, second, third, last, next. So cardinal numbers are adjectives. They indicate quantity. Just see the difference between the two. On the other hand, ordinal numbers indicate rank or order. So you can see these example which will elaborate each and everything in detail. There are 5 apples on the table, then it is a cardinal number or cardinal number. And if we say this is the first time for man on a plane, then first time, then it is a ordinal number. There are some commonly used determiners with their usage. We can see here that such as some, any, and they are generally used to state the quantity. If it is little, if it is some, if it is more in the quantity. So amount of something, when using some or any, the exact number is not stated here. You do not know, some may be 2 or 3, some may be 100. So it depends upon the situation. You are saying some in which sense? Some means less in the quantity and more is, that means more in the quantity. So some and any, it is used in positive sentence generally. So you need to see these specifications. This job is going to take some time. If you're saying in a positive sentence, then you will use some and sometime any. So in the another example, you'll see, would you like some more tea? Could I have some milk, please? So in case you are not willing to have the quantity less or more, then in that case you will use some, any, and we use any in the positive sentence when we mean it does not matter how much quantity it is. You can come and ask for my help anytime. That means anytime the person may come. Which book shall be read? Anyone, it's up to you. So you can see through these examples, it is much clear. And if we talk about much, then both stand for large quantity amount of something, such as much, it stands for the quantity, and many stands for the number. If it is countable, you will use many. If it is uncountable, you will use much. But both stands for the large quantity. If you have something that is in large quantity, then you can use these determiners to determine the noun that that I have not much money. So how much money do you have? In negative form, it is used as I have not got much money. So it stands, many stands for number. So if you are saying that there aren't many students in the class, this is the negative. And you can use that how many students are there in your room or in your class. So if you can count, then you can use many. If you cannot count, you can use much. Now we will see the differentiation between less and fewer. Less stands for the quantity and fewer stands for number. So once, if you can count, suppose if there are pens, then you'll use fewer. If something such as rice, sugar, which you cannot count, in that case, you can measure it in another quantity, then in that case, you will use less. The big man weighed no less than 50 pounds. So she cannot buy less than 5 kilograms. If you talk about fewer, no fewer than 10,000 people joined the resistance movement. No fewer than 5 people are killed in the firing. That means you can count the people, but still you cannot count the quantity or weight, or even kilogram is also measured in kilogram, but you cannot count 5. If you are talking about little, a little, the little, it also stands for the quantity. If you are talking about something which denotes quantity, then we will use these three words, but there is little variation in using these words. Little means hardly any or not much. That means not much sufficient, and it is generally used in the negative sense. There are little that there was little that she could do to help the patient. That means she could not help the patient. A little means something at least. It has an affirmative meaning. There is a little milk left in the jug. Now, on the other hand, if you talk about the little, then it means much, but all that is. That means whatever you have, you are using the little in that sense. The little money that I had, I used for this particular purpose. So it can be used both positively and even negatively. He wasted the little strength he had in being angry. So once if he was not angry, he could have saved his strength. If we talk about few, a few, the few, then it stands for number. Once we can count the noun, then we will use these three determiners, and it means hardly any. If you do not have anything, if you are using it in the negative sense, then you will use few. For example, he has few books left in his shelf. That means He doesn't have any book left in his shelf. I am very sad. I have few good friends. That means very few, you can say, good friends she must have left with her. If you're talking about a few, then some at least, and it always have an affirmative meaning. Sally spoke only a few words. That means at least she spoke something. A few coconuts fell from the tree. That means even you can count those coconuts, and they are at least in some amount. One of them hit Aaron, causing him to yell. So in this case, you can see that you can count the number of the noun. It means not many, but at least, but all, that is. If you are using the few means whatever you have, the few friends I had cheated me. That means all the friends have cheated him. Now again, the same variation, each and every. It means one of the two things when you are talking about each. Each test contains 15 questions. Each employee was given a bonus. One of any number exceeding 2. If you are talking about every, it means some number exceeding 2. Every man expects to be rich and successful. That means it is more than 2. Every country expects loyalty from its people. So sometimes both can be used. Each and every time I see you, you look so fashionable. You may have seen this is a fashion that we generally use each and every together. So both are in the similar sense, but little variations that we had discussed. If we talk about either and neither, then we may see that either or. There is a choice between two. Neither nor, there is no choices. There are no choices. So either it means one of the two things or each of the two or both. Such as you can leave by either door. Tree grew or on either side and either side of the road. If you are saying neither, then it means neither the one nor the other. He looked at neither side of the road. Neither Rita nor her sister has to come to work today. So in this way, we have observed that these are all the first of all, we'll observe the specifications that we have discussed today, and we need to practice also on those rules and regulations that we may have observed today.